We're really happy here at the zoo to welcome a new member to the zoo animal family, and it's a FENNEC fox kit. He was born on April 23rd, and he's just under 8 weeks old now. He's full of vim and vigor, and despite his small stature, he's got a huge personality. He's a lot of fun to be around, and he's being handled a lot by the keeper staff to keep him habituated and comfortable around people. Because in captivity, FENNEC foxes are particularly high-strung and not all that productive. They don't have a lot of pups usually. And so the more comfortable they are with their caretakers, the more often that they have babies as they're growing up. When he was born, he only weighed about 40 grams, which is equivalent to about 8 quarters. And today, he weighs 455 grams at just over 8 weeks old, and that's about the size of a pomegranate. Because they're such a high-strung and skittish animal, and in the wild there's a lot of animals that are a lot larger than they are. So by nature they're a little skittish and afraid of other things. So in captivity, with all the noises and things going on, they're not really all that productive, and they don't feel comfortable raising babies, especially ones that are a little on the wild side and not used to people. So that's why it's so important for our staff, who are so dedicated to making him and his parents very, very comfortable. They spend a lot of time with them, keeping them really calm and comfortable and used to all the things around being in captivity and being in the zoo, and that makes them much more stable and well-adapted adults, so then they'll go ahead and have babies of their own. This is the 5th pup that was born to the parents, Riona and Copper, and his older sibling, that's a couple years old now, has gone on to be at the Phoenix Zoo and has a mate there, and we have 3 of his other siblings still at the zoo, and they'll probably be going to other zoos as well. It's one of our big challenges is to make the animals feel comfortable enough to reproduce and raise babies, and it's so important to send them to other zoos, and it's a big part of our mission to bring the people, our visitors, close enough to see the animals up close and interact with them and see how the staff interacts with them, and it's a big part of what we do. There's a management program for all of the species that we have at the zoo, and we pay attention to them, and their goals are to increase or maximize genetic diversity in any of the populations that we manage. So it's really important to have babies born. Not only is it just great and a lot of fun to deal with them, but there's a much bigger and more important purpose, and that is to create populations that are healthy, that can then go to other zoos.